Hello guys, very good evening. Welcome to another knowledge-filled session on must-do questions from CAT 2023, slot 1. Hi, can you hear me? Harshit, is the audio video good? Is everything clear? Hello? All right, thank you, Geeta. Thanks for tuning in. So friends, in the previous videos, we've already done the series of must-do questions from previous year CAT questions. We've already done 2 videos on CAT 24, slot 1 and slot 2, where we highlighted the must-do questions that any aspirant with a decent amount of preparation could have aced. And thereby we proved how easy it is to get about 98 to 99 percentile in the quant section. Today's session, we're going to do exactly the same with CAT 2023 slot 1. Many people would have told you that in recent times, CAT 2023 had very difficult quant section. But today we're going to debunk that myth. We're going to see how, with careful selection of questions, we could ace and get a 99 percentile comfortably, even on this section, right? Let's get started, guys. First question on the board, just like in the previous videos, today also will be sort of timing ourselves. Time is 6:01 now, about 30 to 35 minutes. We'll see how many we can score within that time, right? First question, if x and y are positive real numbers such that, it's a question from logarithms, log x square plus 12 to the base x is 4 and 3 log x to the base y is 1, then x plus y equals. Okay, first hint, I can see all my options are integers. That's a good step. Secondly, I have options. That itself is a big deal. This is my first question, right? Okay, so first, basic definition of a logarithm. What is x square plus 12? X square plus 12 is equal to x power 4. So x power 4 minus x square minus 12 is equal to 0. It looks pretty similar to something I know, right? X power 4 plus 3x square minus 4x square minus 12 is 0, right? So x square into x square plus 3 minus 4 into x square plus 3 is equal to 0. X square minus 4 into x square plus 3 is equal to 0, right? X and y are positive real numbers. X is a positive real number. So x square plus 3 can't be 0, which means this has to be 0. X square minus 4 is 0. X square is equal to 4. X is equal to plus or minus 2. Further, x is positive, so this minus is ruled out. X is 2. Done. First one solved. Next one, 3 log x to the base y is equal to 1. So log x to the base y is equal to, send the 3 here, 1 by 3. All right. Y power 1 by 3 is equal to x. Okay, what is y? Y is equal to x cube. I already have x. X is equal to 2. So what is 2 cube? Y is equal to 2 cube, 8. X is 2, y is 8. What do I need? X plus y is option 4, 10. Okay, we're off to a good start. First question in our bag. Second question, if root 5x plus 9 plus root 5x minus 9 is equal to 3 into 2 plus root 2, then root 10x plus 9 is equal to, okay, this is root 5x plus 9 plus root 5x minus 9 is equal to 3 2s are 6 plus 3 root 2. Right, obviously I'm not looking at squaring both sides. That would be an extremely long method. That would be an essay answer. I'm looking for an objective question, not an essay answer, right? No idea striking immediately, but since I have options, I would like to revisit this later, right? I mean, if I have time, right? Next question, if x and y are real numbers such that x square x minus 2y minus 1 whole square is equal to minus 4xy minus 4y square. All right, let's bring everything to the left side. X square plus 4xy, this feels familiar, this feels comfortable. Okay, why? Because this is nothing but x plus 2y whole square, right? Okay, good step. X plus 2y whole square plus x minus 2y minus 1 whole square is equal to 0. Now, x and y are real numbers. It doesn't mention positive, but it does mention real. If they are real and something square, a square plus b square is 0, obviously a square should be 0 and b square should be 0. This is 0 and this is 0. What is the question asking? X minus 2y is how much? All right. X minus 2y minus 1 is 0, or x minus 2y is equal to 1, right? Option 2. One more question. Didn't take much time. All it needed was the courage to attempt it, the courage to bring those terms to the left hand side and immediately have this realization that it's nothing but a perfect square, x square plus 2 into x into 2y plus 2y whole square. You make that correction, there's not much time you're going to waste here. All right. Next question. Let n be the least positive integer such that 168 is a factor of, hi Naman, thanks for joining in. Yeah, let n be the least positive integer such that 168 is a factor of 1134 per 9. Okay, what is 168? First of all, 168 is 7 into 28, right? 7 into 24. So this is 2 cube into 3. It is a 24. 24 into 7, right? This is a factor of 1134 whole power n. I don't know n, but this is a factor of n. N is the least positive integer. Let's dissect 1134. What is 1134? 3 into 378. This is 3 into 126. This is 3 into 42. This is 3 into 14. So what do I have? 2 into 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 power 4 into 7. Right? My number 1134 whole power n is nothing but 2 into 3 power 4 into 7 whole power n. And 2 cube into 3 into 7 is a factor of that number, right? For 2 cube into 3 into 7 to be a factor of that number should have at least 3 2's. It should be at least divisible by 8, right? It should be divisible by 3 and it should be divisible by 7. Now it is already divisible by 3 and 7. I have a 3 here, I have a 7 here. I have many 3's here, I have a 7 here. But I have only 1 2. But I need at least 3 2's, which means n should be at least 3, right? N is at least 3, in which case this number becomes 2 cube into 3 power 12 into 7 cube, right? Now, this is the smallest value of n, 3, where 168 is a factor of 1134 whole power n. Now next, if m is the least positive integer such that 1134 whole power n, which is this number, is a factor of 168 per m. All right, 168 per m. Now, what is 168? This is a factor of this number. Now, this number is a factor of this number, we are being told. What is 168 whole power m? 168 whole power m will be 2 cube into 3 into 7 whole power m. Or this is 2 power 3m, 3 power m, 7 power m. Right? Now, when will this number be a factor of that number? Check 3 power 12, 3 power m. The others are not a problem. There's a surplus of 2's there and 7's, but there's a 3 power 12. So this 3 power m should be at least 3 power 12. Only then these 3's can be factor of those 3's, right? So m should be at least 12, right? If m is at least 12 and n is at least 3, what is the question asking? Find the value of m plus n. 12 plus 3, 15. That's the second question. Sorry, fourth question, option 2, right? So far, I'm not even counting how many we got right. I think we have good momentum. It's decent. The equation x cube plus 2r plus 1x square plus 4r minus 1 into x plus 2 is equal to 0. It's a cubic equation. First red flag. You're not always comfortable with cubic equations, right? As minus 2 as one of the roots. Okay, there are 3 roots. One root is minus 2. If the other 2 roots are real, okay, lots of incomplete information now, then the minimum possible, and it's a fill in the blank, I'm going to skip this, guys. I'm definitely going to skip that. Next question. Let alpha and beta be 2 distinct roots. Okay, another quadratic equation question back to back. 2x square minus 6x plus k, and alpha plus beta and alpha beta are the distinct roots of this. Again, no numbers, lots of algebra and fill in the blank, and then the value of 8 into k minus. I'm skipping this for now. For now, that's just 2-3 questions. I don't mind. the number of integer solutions of the equation that into that is equal to 5x square. Only x, one variable, excellent. Only one modulus. So first case, let's take x is greater than or equal to 0. What happens when x is greater than or equal to 0? Mod of x is equal to x, right? Substitute 2x into x square plus 1 is equal to 5x square, right? Take x common, x into 2x square plus 2 minus 5x is equal to 0. X into 2x square minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. So when I solve this, x can be 0. That's the first solution. Or how about this? X is equal to 5 plus or minus 25 minus 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16 by 2 2s are 4. This is 5 plus or minus 3 by 4. 5 plus 3, 8 by 4 is 2. 5 minus 3, 2 by 4 is 1 by 2. So what are my solutions? 0, 2, 1 by 2. That is when x is greater than or equal to 0. Now what happens when x is less than 0? The modulus kicks in, it does its job, right? Mod of x then would be equal to minus x. So let's put it there. 2 into minus x into x square plus 1 is equal to 5x square, right? Let's take this to the right hand side now. X into 5x plus 2x plus 2 into this x will go x square plus 1. This is equal to 0. X into 2x square plus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now once again x is equal to 0. Again it's a common solution. What about x now? Here it's a quadratic equation. Minus 5 plus or minus 25 minus 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. Once again minus 5 plus or minus 3 minus square root of 9 would be 3 by 4. Minus 5 minus 3 minus 8 by 4 minus 2 or 3 minus 5 minus 2. This is minus 1 by 2. So my solutions are 0 which is an integer, minus 2 which is an integer, and 2 which is an integer. Now the question is how many integer solutions are there? 3, 0, minus 2 plus 2. Took a little while but conceptually not complex. Fairly straightforward approach. Assume this, assume that. You'll get some solutions here, some solutions here. Now here there's room for making a mistake, right? Some can count this as 0 comma minus 2 and 0 comma 2 and enter 4 here, and that would be such a waste of precious time, and despite all that losing marks, right? Moving on guys. Next question. Short question, arithmetic. If you remember in 2024 we saw much longer questions. Okay, Geeta sells two objects A and B at the same price such that she makes a profit of 20% on one object and a loss of 10% on one object. Now here you can choose your variables. Are there any real figures throughout? No real figures. So what I will choose is one value C1. I am selling it 20% higher, right? Which means I'm selling it at 1.2 times cost price. The second item, I'm selling it at a loss. How much? 10% loss. So I'm selling it at 0.9. So the first cost price multiplied by 1.2. This is 1.2 C1 or this is 0.9 C2, which means this value in the middle is a multiple of 1.2 and 0.9. What is the multiple of 12 and 9? Right? Smallest, you can think of many things. 12 into 9, I'm immediately thinking of is 108. Okay, this is 108, which means the first item cost 90 rupees. 90 into 1.2 is 108. Second item cost 108 after 10% discount. So this one cost 120 rupees. Right? This was quick. Didn't take much time. Now she increases the selling price such that she sells both still at an equal price and a profit of 10% is made on object B. All right, this is object B. Please make 10% profit on it. Means increase it by 10%. 120 plus 10%, sell it at 132. Now, the question is, what profit did she make on A? A, cost price was 90. You're selling at 132. How much profit will you make? 42 rupees of profit. As a percentage, 42 by 90 into 100. How much is this? 314s, 330s, 27s, 215s, right? 53s, 520s, 140 by 3. 143 by 3 would be 46.66. There's no 46. I'll go with option 3. 47%. Right? Moving on, guys. Another easy question, I hope. Small question. The minor angle between the hours hand and minute hand of a clock was observed at 8:48. okay, the minimum duration after when this angle increases by 50%. Now, this is something we've discussed in the class extensively, right? In clocks and calendars, we've discussed that 30h minus 11m by 2 is the angle between the minute and the hour hand at any point of time during the day, as long as the time is known, HHMM, right? So here, what is this theta? Tell me. 30 into 8, 240, minus 11 by 2 into what is the time? 48, 48. This is 24. 24 11s are 264. 240 minus 264. How much is this? This is 24 degrees. This is the minor angle, obviously, right? Very clear. If I got, a bigger angle, let's say I got something like 336, then I would worry. 360 minus that would be 24, but I got 24 directly. Now the question is, after how much time will this be 50% more? 50% more means this should become 36, which means I need 12 more degrees to move. Correct? At 8:48, what will it look like? Tell me. The hour hand will be something, the hour hand will be something like this. The minute hand will be something like that, right? Which means the minute hand is ahead and it is going away from you, correct? The minute hand, we know it covers 360 degrees every 60 minutes, which means every minute it covers 6 degrees. The hour hand covers how much time? In 60 minutes, it covers only 30 degrees. So it travels only half degree per minute, right? So it's going away at 6 degree. You're running behind him at half degree. The gap, the relative speed is 5.5 degrees per minute, which means per minute, the separation is increasing at 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5. So here, after how much time will it become 12 degrees? 12 by 5.5. How much is that? Into 2 into 2. 24 by 11. Do we have it 24 by 11? Excellent. That would be option 1, right? Took a little while because I was also explaining, but otherwise in the exam, you can do this much faster. The key here is this formula. You know that formula, you can answer it, right? Next question, guys. The salaries of 3 friends, Sita, Geeta, and Mita, are initially in the ratio 5:6:7 respectively. Okay, any real figures? No, no real figures. Okay, let their salaries be 5, 6, and 7 only. In the first year, they get salary hikes of 20%, 25%, and 20%. Okay, 5 increased by 20%, 5 into 1.2, 6. 6 increased by 25%, 6 into 1.25, 7.5. 7 increased by 20%, 7 into 1.2, 8.4. Right? Those are the new salaries, 6 rupees, 7.5 rupees, 8.4 rupees. Next, in the second year, Sita, the first person, Mita, the third person. Sita got salary hike of 40%. So 6 into 1.4, new salary is 8.4. And what about Mita? Mita got a salary hike of 25%, means into 1.25, or simply into 5 by 4. Or simply find 1/4 of this 2.1, add to it, 8.4 plus 2.1. How much? 10.5. Now what do I know? Salary of Geeta becomes equal to the mean salary of the 3 friends. Here there's a small trick. How will we express this? Salary of Geeta, I don't know. Should we take it as 8.4 plus Geeta plus 10.5 by 3 is equal to Geeta's salary? There's no need to do that, right? If salary of Geeta is equal to the mean salary of the 3 friends, you might as well say Geeta's salary is equal to the mean salary of the other 2 friends, right? If their salary is A and Geeta's salary is also A, automatically the 3 friends' salary will be A, right? So simply here, shortcut, 8.4 plus 10.5 divided by 2, right? 8, 10, 18 by 2, 9. 0.4, 0.5, 0.9 divided by 2, 0.45, which means Geeta's salary is 9.45. Now the question is, what is the salary hike for Geeta in the second year? How much was it? 7.5 to 9.45. Just multiply everything by 100 if you don't like decimals like me. 750 became 945. How much increase? 195. 195 by 750 into 100, right? This cancels. 5 2s, this is 15s. 5 3s are 39s. 39 2s are 78 by 3. This is 26. Perfect round figure, right? Option 4, 26. Moving on. I think we've covered some good number of questions already. Brishti went on an 8-hour trip in a car. Before the trip, the car had traveled a total of x, where x is a whole number and is palindromic. All right, this is the first time I'm seeing palindromic in a non-permutations and combinations question. Okay, x remains unchanged when its digits are reversed. At the end of the trip, the car had, I mean, honestly, I'm a little saturated. I mean, that's a lot of info being thrown at me, and I'm still at the 11th question. There are 22 questions, right? So I'll take my chance with another question. I mean, reading this and understanding it is taking me so long. I don't want to waste my time here. Okay. Next question, arithmetic, something all of us are more comfortable with. All of us love arithmetic, right? It's the most scoring topic. A mixture P is formed by removing a certain amount of coffee from a coffee jar and replacing the same with cocoa powder. All right, it's a formulaic approach, looks like. Same amount is again removed from mixture P and replaced with same amount of cocoa. If the ratio of coffee and cocoa is 16:9, clear. So when I started, let's say the concentration of, there's only coffee initially, right? It's a coffee jar, so common sense, there's only coffee initially. The concentration is 100% or one part, it's completely coffee. But what did we do? We replaced x% of it. All right, how many times did we do it? We did it once and we did it second time. We all know this formula, right? Initial concentration into 1 minus what fraction has been replaced, times 1 if it is done once, times 2 if it is done twice, whole power n if it is done n times, right? Initial concentration is 1 or 100%. What is the final concentration? Tell me. Coffee is 16 parts, cocoa is 9 parts. What is the concentration? Total is 16,925, right? So this is 16 by 25. So 1 minus x% whole square is 16 by 25. 1 minus x% is square root 4 by 5. So what is this x%? 1 minus 4 by 5, which is 1 by 5, which is 20%. So what we are doing, each time we are replacing 20%. We are taking the jar, the coffee jar, we are taking 20%, we put in some cocoa powder, then we mixed it, we remove 20% of the mixture so formed, and then we are adding cocoa once again, same quantity. Now the question is, the ratio of cocoa in mixture P to that in mixture Q. All right, first time I had 100 and it was fully coffee. I replaced, what did I get? Out of 100, I got 80 coffee, 20 cocoa, right? Next time, this 80 became further 80 into 0.8, right? This became 64 and I got 36. Now the question is cocoa, not coffee. Initially, we had 20 cocoa. Second round, we have 36 cocoa. This is how much? 5:9. 5:9 would be option 3, right? I'm comfortable. I know this formula. We discussed this extensively in the class. Don't forget. So I know the formula. I'll apply it. I mean, we've had questions like this even in CAT 24, if you realize, right? In averages, mixtures, allegations, that's an important formula. You cannot not know that, right? Next question, guys. In an examination, the average marks of 4 girls and 6 boys is 24. Okay, 4 girls and 6 boys. Average by 10 is 24. So this total is 240. Each of the girls has the same marks. All right, G is same for all. B is same for all. If the marks of any girl is at most, all right, G is less than or equal to 2B, but not less than, all right, less than. So all boys got B marks, all the girls got G marks, but G has a range. How many possible distinct integer feels like a risky question. Why? I can make some mistakes here and I can make a mistake in counting. It feels like a range based thing. Fine, I'll put G is equal to B, find out how many. Fine, I'll put G is equal to 2B, see if some of them are not valid cases and all that, or if there will be some common cases, right? I'm skipping this for now. I still have 9 questions to go and I still have some time, 6 to 10 minutes to go. Anil invests 22,000 for 6 years in a certain scheme with 4% interest per annum compounded half yearly. Sunil invests in the same scheme for 5 years and then reinvests the entire amount received at the end of the. For those of you who watched our previous videos, you will realize this question came in CAT 2024 in slot 2. The exact same question. Values did not change, numbers did not change, names did not change, right? So for someone who actually looked at the previous year question, CAT 2023 slot 1, they would have answered this in CAT 24 slot 2 in seconds, right? Now looking at the question, Anil invests 22,000 for how many years? 6 years with 4% per annum compounded half yearly. 4% is for annum. I'm interested only in half year, right? So 2%, 1.02 whole power P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power N. Now what is N here? Compounded half yearly. So we'll count how many half years are there. 6 years will have 6 to 12 half years, right? And then Sunil invests in the same scheme for 5 years. All right. I don't know how much he invested. For 5 years, 1.02 whole part 10. At the end of 5 years, he invested it at 10% simple interest. So he'll get another 10% interest on it, right? Sunil invested for 5 years. Whatever he got, he invested it again further, got 10%. Now that amount is equal to this amount, right? So 1.02 whole part 10, this is part 10, this is part 12. So the 10 goes, only 2 remains. And 1.1, please cancel that here, bring that here. What do I have? 1.1, 22,000 by 1.1 is 20,000 into, what is this? 1.02 whole square, 1.0404. So 20808. That's our answer. Now, even in the previous video, one of our followers asked, can you tell me how you got that 1.0404 so fast? So for this, we learn these techniques in speed maths, right? What is 1.03 square? Especially all these 1.03, 1.04, so until 1.09 are very helpful in SICI problems. 1.3 plus 3, 0.6, 3 into 3, 0.9. That's it. How about 1.09 whole square? 1.9 plus 9, 18, 9 into 9, 81. How about 1.11 whole square? 1.11 plus 11, 22, 11 into 11, 121. So 1.2321, right? Do you find them convenient? Obviously, right? So that's one more question in a bag, 14th. Now we're sort of out of time. We're about 26, 27 minutes into it. As always, we give ourselves about 30, 35 minutes. Let's see. Arvind travels from town A to town B and Surbi from town B to town A, both starting at the same time along the same route. All right. A starts from here and S starts from here. One is going like that. The other is coming like this. What happened? After meeting each other, all right, we'll draw a better figure. They're actually meeting now. They came here. They met here and this one continues and this one continues, right? So this is how they went. They met and they went their separate paths, right? After meeting, Arvind takes 6 hours while Surbi takes 24 hours. Now I'm happy because this is something I know very, very well. I know this shortcut and this question has come in the CAT so many times in the last 10, 15 years. What is that? If two persons start from opposite points and meet after time t, and after meeting, they reach their destination in time t1 and t2, we know that t square is t1, t2. I'm not adding it as an easy question, but I'm saying this is a question you could have done if you knew this formula immediately, right? T square is t1, t2. Now, what is t square here? 6 into 24, 144. T square is 144, so t is equal to 12. What does it mean? This guy traveled for 12 hours, they crossed each other, then took 6 more hours. This guy traveled for 12 hours, crossed each other, then traveled for another 24 hours. Now, if Arvind traveled at a speed of 54, Arvind is this first person. What is the total distance? I'm not going to count this question as answered, but 12 plus 6, 18 hours, 18 hours into 54 should give you the answer. 18 50s are 900, 18 4s are 72, 972, right? This was a question you could have done and we're still at 15. Mind you, there are still 7 more questions. Yes, and we've still not even crossed 30 minutes. The amount of job that Amal, Sunil and Kamal can individually do, okay, big question. Gives me vibes that I need to write equations and all that. Skipping it for now. Quadrilateral, not something I would do with 2-3 minutes to spare, especially a quadrilateral with multiple ratios. Skipping it. Circle, okay, x plus 2 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square. I'll find the radius. Locus of the point of intersection of a pair of tangents. A lengthy question. Not gonna do this in limited time. Again, triangle, arithmetic progression, areas are in arithmetic progression, skipping it, positive and distinct real numbers, 1 by root y plus 1 by root z is the arithmetic mean of 1 by root x plus 1 by root z. I mean, it looks like a fairly open-ended question. Not really open-ended, it's an open and shut case. I can do this if I have time. Okay, the last one's again big, but this one is very short and cute. I have about 3-4 minutes if I want. The number of all natural numbers up to 1000 with non-repeating digits. Up to 1000 natural numbers, okay, 1 to 9 with non-repeating digits. Okay, 1 to 9 among single digit, double digit, and triple digit. Among single digit numbers, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 numbers, right? Among double digit, how many are non-repeating? Double digit go from 10 to 99. That's how many numbers? 90 numbers. Out of those 90 numbers, I'll have 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, so until 99. That would be 9, right? So 90 minus 9, that gives me 81, right? And how many triple digit numbers? All right, the first one can't be 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 digits. The first one can be filled only in 9 ways. The second one, now 0 can also be used. It can be filled in 9 ways. And the next one, whatever 2 I've used here, I can't use it here, right? 8 ways. 9 nines are 81, 81 into 8. 648, 648 plus 90, how much is that? 738. That's right. Okay, let's not count this. We sort of exceeded the 30-minute mark in the real exam. This would have been stressful perhaps. Let's not count this. We'll ignore that. Okay. No, let's count how many questions we got right. This also we are not counting, though we could have done this, right? And this we are counting. This is question 1. And no, this is question 2. And this is question 3, question 4, question 5, question 6, question 7, and question 8, and question 9. 9 questions is 27 marks, right? 27 marks in CAT 2023 in slot 1 would have given you, take a guess, how much percentile do you think you could have gotten with a score like that? About 99 to 99.2 percentile with a raw score of 27 marks. That's amazing, I would say. We did that with minimal effort. I was speaking to you and I was also dissecting the other questions. I was also reading the other questions, right? And we still managed to get this much, right? Now, wouldn't you say 99 percentile is attainable with decent preparation? Just watching the basic videos, going through the study material. And there was one more question here, which I wanted to discuss if we had time. And since we have time, let's see what would we do in a question like this. This was root 5x plus 9 plus root 5x minus 9 is equal to 6 plus 3 root 2. Squaring both sides is definitely ruled out. But I can write this as 3 3s are 9, 9 2s are, imagine it this way, root 18. All right. Now, can I say one of them is 6, one of them is 18? I mean, that method, it might or might not work. But all my options here are given, right? Okay. If one term is root 5x plus 9, the other term is root 5x minus 9, this here would be 18, right? 5x plus 9 minus of 5x minus 9, that is 18. So yeah, perhaps this is a plus b, that's a minus b. I could think of something like that. So equate this, that's like a trial and error method, right? Now, what's another exam method that could help us in a question like this? I'm not looking at the long form algebraic solution, right? Then root 10x plus 9 is equal to, I'll work backwards, right? I know what root 7 is. My speed math, my calculation speed is decent, okay? The biggest one, 2 root 7, 3 root 7, 4 root 5. The biggest one is 3 root 31, all right? So root 10x plus 9 is, this is 3. Send the 3 inside. 3 3s are 9, 9, 31s are 279. So 10x plus 9 is, I'm not going to write it, I'm going to say it so that you can catch it. 10x plus 9 is, 3 goes inside, 279. 10x plus 9 is 279. 10x is 270. right? X is 27. If X is 27, please put X equal to 27 here. 27 5s are 135 plus 9, 144. Square root of 144 is already 12. But hey, 2 plus root 2. Root 2 is 1.414. 2 plus 1.414, 3.414. 3.414 into 3 is 10 point something. One term is already 12, but my right hand side is less than it. So, all right. Now, what is smart about it? Always eliminate the extreme cases, the biggest ones and the smallest ones, right? They'll either fit or they'll get eliminated, correct? Which is the smallest one? Looks like this is the smallest one. How about 2 root 7? All right. Send 2 inside. 2 root 7. 2 to the 4, 4 7s are 28. Now, all this I'll be doing in the exam without explaining to you. So, I'll be doing it faster, right? 10x plus 9 is how much? 2 to the 4, 4 7s are 28, 28. 10x plus 9 is 28. 10x is equal to 19. X is equal to 1.9. If x is equal to 1.9, substitute x equal to 1.9 here. 9.5 minus 9, 0.5. That's so small, neglected. Now, here 5 into 1.9. 9.5 plus 9, 18.5. Square root of 18.5 will be 4 point something, right? But hey, here we already saw this was 10 point something. So that was too big. This was too small. Now our answer lies between 2 and 3. Let's go with option 2 first. Root 10x plus 9 is equal to 3 root 7. Send the 3 inside. 3 3s are 9. 9 7s are 63. This is root 63. So 10x plus 9 is 63. 10x is 54. X is equal to 5.4. All right. What is x equal to 5.4? 5.4 substitute here. 27 plus 9, 36. Square root of 36 is 6. All right. And what about this? 27 minus 9, 18. 6 plus root 18, which is 3 root 2, which perfectly matches 6 plus 3 root 2. So see, option 2 is my answer. Now, if option 2 weren't my answer, I don't have to check option 3. Option 3 would have to be my answer, right? What we did? We had 4 options. We went option wise. Now, would you agree? At least this is better than the algebraic approach, right? You could at least have approximated. You had different techniques to at least approximate and see which one works, which one doesn't work, right? So, I mean, overall, some of the tougher questions in this paper were tough, meaning the highest scores would be on the lower side, but to get an 85 percentile, it's just so easy. You could do it in your sleep with decent preparation. But we saw how even a 99 percentile is not a very difficult thing. I mean, all you had to do was about 9 questions, 9 out of 22. Focus more on arithmetic and some of the other questions, the simpler questions, and you can still ace it, right? So, as promised, we'll keep these sessions short and sweet, guys. So, we'll meet again in the next session where we'll be dissecting another previous year CAT and how we can score a good percentile there. All right, you have few days to go, less than 3 weeks to go for your CAT. All the best, guys.